You finna start.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, it goes back to the unlearning you were saying. Can
Right.
continue.
I think that song helped me to unlearn a lot of the things that was holding me back. And like I said, it was during the sex therapy sessions we were having. And she would just have this plan before the Zoom started, before the session started. And this was during some of our group sessions, right? And so majority of all the women in this, it was maybe seven of us, and we were all Black women, and we all had similar stories of how we grew up and the things we were taught about sex, that it hurt, it's bad, it gets, I mean, it's, all the negative things about it, right? And how one lady even was sharing how she's married but still hold on to those beliefs, and it's hard for her to really release herself and to be free with her husband because of the shame she was taught about sex as a child.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it was just we were able to relate to her story in some kind of way. How and I think she was the only one that was married in the group, but how we all could relate to that. But that song just really ministered to me, and I'm sure the other ladies could say the same thing, that it really taught you. Because I remember I was on a session with my spiritual coach, right? So I wasn't expecting this question from her. And she said to me one day, she says, "So how much time do you spend naked?" I said, "Huh?" like, so I'm like, "Huh?" But all those things built up again to feeling free to be yourself, you know. And I said, "Well, I guess the time I go from the bathtub to drying off, put on my clothes, that time right there."
I mean, that's a question.
But she began to help me to say, okay, spend a little more time, in nothing, and I was like, okay, okay. But I felt such a shift in my life when I was able to master that, it was like, I got this, and and people laugh at me because I have all these windows, right? And I'm like, I'm not closing my shades. What they see, they just see.
Okay. Free.
I know when I'm on my work Zoom, they was like, Tonya, you don't close your shades. I'm like, no. I was like, I don't.
I
I like
love it.
this, but yeah.
I love it. Okay, awesome, awesome. This is so yummy. I'm so excited about what you're doing here. I was looking over our notes, and I know that we got Lady in Red that
Mm.
is all about the refining, embracing, and deepening. But didn't we say that that was going to be our basis for all of it, the sensuality, sexuality, and spirituality, even if you're not putting the
Right. And and I thought about our conversation on it. I was thought about it. And so when we talked about deepening our spirituality, and it was last. And so what came to me was the spirituality is not looking at it as being last, but the foundation.
right. So in your marketing outside of Lady in Red, I
Yeah.
think I was telling you that like the forefront is that.
Yes, yes. That's kind of like, yeah, I think that's all gonna go with that. Even I gotta figure out how to tie that into with the meditation, Now with
Well,
the meditation,
meditation is a part of it. It's
right,
a
right.
part of
That's
practice.
part of it. Right. That's part of speaking about with meditation, because they're gonna be like meditation I'll have with, for just anybody, men as well, not just with the lady in red, but that's gonna be the bulk of it.
True.
Yeah.
So in if we were to take out the red part, if you were to walk women through the hierarchy of the like the order of things, it
Hmm.
would start with spirituality, right?
Yeah.
And then what would be the next step if we're doing spirituality, sexuality, and sensuality? Like how does it layer? If spirituality would be our foundation,
Right.
and then what would be our second layer? Would it
I
be
would I would
sensuality?
go from I would go sensuality before sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'll put the sensuality as the second. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you ready? I'm
I
gonna ask you
am.
some more questions.
Okay, okay, okay.
All right. So if in the spirituality part of if you let's talk about the ideal woman, like the perfect client. Um, what part of Because I know that it's deepening her spirituality. Like, what's going to be, if you had one sentence to talk about spirituality and you're telling her about working with you, and you can't use the word deepening, you can't use the word refining, you can't use the word embracing. You're telling her about the spirituality part. What would be that one sentence that you would say, like, this is what we're going to be doing as it relates
So,
to
right. So
spirituality?
so let's start off with just practicing stillness because there's going to be a lot that's going to open up to you when you begin to be still. Because downloads that you hadn't tapped into, there's going to be so much revelation coming, insight about this journey because everybody's journey is customized for them.
Mhm.
It's not a one size fit all.
True.
And so with the spirituality part is you really tapping into what's inside of you. And one way is to get still.
Okay, hold on. You got to say a little bit more. Tapping into. You said that already. Let me see.
Did
Yeah.
I? I don't know. And I
No, 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 no. That's good. It's good. It's good. It's
okay.
good. Let me make sure. I think I remember seeing that already. Tapping into what's already inside of you.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yes, yes.
I like that.
The answers, the desires, the how-tos, all that's inside of you. And learn to be still. That's how you get you pull it out of you.
Yummy. Yummy. Now, let's go to sensuality. Same concept. What is the one sentence that is the that's going to let her know what she's going to get from you in the sense from that standpoint of sensuality. So from a spirituality standpoint, you're going to help them tap into what's already inside of themselves, their answers, their desires, the how to, and there's a process for that. Now, give me the same information, but give me that for sensuality.
For sensuality, think about all five senses, not just one or two, but think about all your five senses. What is your favorite smell or what fragrances do you like? How does it make you feel? Do you like sweetness? Do you like something spicy? Do you like bergamot? I mean, what is it and how does it make you feel? When you feel happy, is it more of the citrus smells? We talk about music. What music, how does it make you feel? Do you like to listen to jazz music? Would you like to listen to something more inspirational? Um, when it comes, is it something fast? It's going to make you jump and what is it going to make? You know, the different, but tapping into, again, the music, however music relates to you in life. What does it
Mm.
do to you? What song really stirs you up to go out and try something new? What is a song that you would like to play before that special night with someone? What song would you like to just listen to when you need uplifting and you want to try something? You got a presentation, you have a meeting coming up, and you need that encouragement. So the music part, what you listening to, feeling.
Okay, I love it.
So yes, I'm just
Oh,
thinking about with this.
you got me tingling. Like for real. You got me. I'm over here like, ooh.
Yeah, so yeah, so that is just definitely when it
Oh,
comes
you got me tingling. That my head itching.
to advice and all of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, sis, this is so yummy. Okay, so for spirituality, that's going to be grounded in meditation, right? What are you going to ground your sensuality teaching in? Is it going to be in music? It's probably more meaning that it's an exercise that they can ground this lesson in.
Yeah. It goes into a lot of sensual yoga. That is
Oh,
one of
yoga.
the areas, sensual yoga.
I'm gonna do yoga and music.
Okay, yeah, yoga, music,
I love it.
teaching, cat and cow poses, just, just things to just open up, I like it. It's just, I get excited thinking about it, but yes.
Ooh. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is so
Yeah.
yummy. Okay. Sexuality. Give it to me.
So even with the sexuality can definitely just be from just coming right from the sensual yoga. Instead of doing your cat and cow in your yoga clothes, do it in nothing. Do it in your birthday suit. You know, just begin to feel what makes you feel good about yourself, all in your body. Just what makes you feel good. Pleasure. Focus on bringing pleasure to your body. The pleasure principle, as Janet Jackson told us.
Yes.
I need to
Oh,
I need to go read the lyrics of Pleasure Principle. It's been years since I've heard it, but they just came to
I
me.
need to too, girl. That thing right
Pleasure,
there.
yeah, Pleasure
I
Principle.
love it. I love it. Okay, so um give me that sentence. Remember? So um spirituality, tapping into what's already inside of you, right? Answering the questions. Sensuality is tapping into what moves you, what five senses are you leaning more into? Is it sweet? Is it spicy? How does it make you feel? So this sexuality, give me some of those words that will explain what part of, like, what are they going to get when in the section of your program when they talk about sexuality?
The pleasure. That the pleasure is going to be that one word that definitely kind of my mind is the pleasure. Um,
So pleasure is the main thing.
yeah, pleasure.
Is it a discovery? Is
It could
it
be a discovery. Yeah, it could be a discovery or rediscovery. Yeah, a priority for you. Like, don't forget it, even if you've already discovered, and just yeah,
oh, look,
prioritize prioritizing your pleasure.
a rediscovery of the priority of pleasure.
Yes. That's it right there. I need to write that one down before you even send the video. I need that. What did I say?
I'm putting it, I'm gonna add you to my program. The paper document, a rediscovery of the priority of pleasure.
That is, yep.
That's it.
That's it right there, right there. Yeah.
That's it right there.
Mm.
Mm, that hits.
Yeah, it's totally different, right? So this
That is totally different. That is totally. So have you ever heard of something called a desire pool?
tell me about that.
Like a desire pool. So this is something I heard about it.
Okay.
There's a young lady, a white lady I follow. Her name is Catherine something, and she does this something called a desire pool, where she takes you around. She takes her cohort around, and she just says, what do you desire? And you have 2 seconds. What do you want? What do you desire? What do you desire? And you just have to like spit it out. And so when we met with Tora yesterday, we did it. And it was she did it a little differently. She did it her way, but it was impactful. And I know I felt it all in my shana now yesterday. And I
Yeah,
literally got it this morning, and like I said, I got the rose, I got the free gifts. It's just like it completely changed. It feel like it changes your cellular structure when you start putting out there what you want. So and so when you said rediscover the priority of pleasure, it drew back that memory, right, of what I just experienced yesterday. And so a desire pool is just having women, literally women or men, because I don't even think that, unfortunately, men don't even get asked these levels of questions around what do they want, right? So it just one word, what do you want? And so some of the words that came up yesterday is they wanted luxury, they wanted authenticity. I said I wanted long kisses. Someone said they wanted true intimacy. Like, what do you want? I want flowers. I want travel. I want conversation. I want witty laughter. I want, so just pulling it out of the people. And like, I think that could be a really great
I
exercise,
love that. Yes. Hmm.
especially under the sexuality part, because of what you just said about, even when you were with the sex coach. It's like there's so many things that lock us up,
Yeah.
right? There's so many things that lock us up. And we're recording, so I ain't gonna tell you this. I'll tell you this when we start recording, but remind
Okay.
me one thing, because as a Southern woman, things are even more different, right? Because there's foundational things that we were taught that just complete, what I'm saying? So we just locked up. We are locked up. And that question, I wrote down this question, right? It might not be the exact same thing that your coach asked you, but I wrote down the question, how much time do you spend blank? I think that you can use that
Okay.
in every area of your three-pronged program,
Wow. Yeah.
right? You can use that. You can talk about the spirituality. How much time do you spend in under spirituality? That could be a concept.
Yeah.
And as far as once they go through their process of and evoking all five senses and tapping into what moves them, how much time do you spend, whatever you said it is, right? Listening to the jazz, if you said the jazz. My psychiatrist asked me that one day. She was like, what is the one thing that you could do every day, all day, and it just would make you happy? And I said, dance. And she said, when's the last time you went dancing? And I hadn't been in 2 years.
Wow. Wow. Rediscovering your pleasure. Yeah. What brings you pleasure? Yeah.
What right and living in that and doing that, we forget about ourselves, right? And so I think that incorporating that, how much time do you spend,
Then, uh-huh.
gets them thinking, but think about it from every
Yeah.
area you're specializing in it. So all this is on you. Let me put you on this sheet so you'll see it.
Okay.
Um, so you'll see all my notes, and then you can go in here and make some edits or add some more context.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Yeah, it's everything that we talked about, and I have it organized in such a way that you'll see the flow.
Okay. Good.
And this is how we create and help you to center around like, ooh, okay, so I see what you're doing there. I see what you're saying there. Okay, this is good. This is not good. Like you can expound on it. Let me see. So I added you to that, and I'm gonna show you real quick.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Can you see my screen?
I can. I can. Yes.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So all of this is how I actually build your site. You don't
Okay.
have to worry about any of this stuff here, right? All you're worrying about
Yes.
is this little section. This is
Okay.
all of our notes. Um,
Okay.
all the things that I've taken notes on what you said, right?
Okay.
Um, I've highlighted some words that I think are super, super important. I'm adding on as we're talking. This is essentially a collaborative document. You can write on it once you get in here. If you don't have a
Okay.
Dropbox, it's completely free. You set
Okay.
up your Dropbox, and this is like a working document. Every
Okay.
time you could type, so you can see when I type stuff, and you type stuff here, I'll see it. And if I
Okay.
put something on here, you'll get an email. If you put something on here, I'll get an email. So it's
Together. Okay.
literally, this is how we speed up our process, especially now that we're going into the Christmas season, because I'm taking off as of Wednesday. But now this is all of the notes that I've taken from you,
Okay.
all of the questions that I've asked. You can expound on this. You at first you had said passion, purpose, vision, dream. And I think I told you, I was like, that's too basic. So we scratched that
Right.
out. I like to
Okay.
keep it just so you'll see
Okay.
where we're going and what. So here's the notes that I took today. Here's your
Okay.
foundation, what we're gonna call this? Your um their foundational system to get them
Okay.
what they want.
One.
Right? We got
Okay.
spirituality, and then so we got spirituality is going to be kind of grounded in meditation, sensuality, yoga, and music. What's sexuality going to be grounded in? I think that
Pleasure. We talked about the,
desires.
yeah, desires. Hmm.
Think about it, but I'm gonna put it there for right now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So because when you're talking fast about what it is that you do, this particular part, this is the money part. So to help women to literally live a life that they're completely full, happy, all the things that they want out of life, there's a three-pronged approach. You have to make sure that you're mastery in your spirituality, sensuality, and sexuality, right? We ground our spirituality into meditation practice and to really get into what's already inside of you, right? Our sensuality, we discover sensuality through yoga, through music, invoking all five of our senses, and really, really figuring out what's going to make you feel the best about yourself. And then we really, take a deep dive into sexuality. What do you truly desire? How can you rediscover the priority of your own pleasure? See how it just literally, I mean, that's yummy.
Yeah. 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 Make it, and prioritizing that time. Putting it, if you have to put on your calendar, So yeah,
On your calendar.
whatever
Definitely.
it takes for you to prioritize it. Yes. Mhm.
Definitely. So this helps you to kind of like put it together and be able to say it kind of fast. It sounds really yummy to me, and I would want
Yeah,
to
that's what I'm, and yeah, because I'm like, okay, now I really gotta go sit in stillness and get, just even get more layers of this because this is great. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and then we got your lady in red. I'm gonna make this bigger because I want it. Whenever you do this, I'm coming.
Right. Yeah. Yes, yes,
So
yes.
you said it was a three-part series, and then you said it was one way to birth your dreams, right? When you redefine your sensuality, embrace your sexuality, and deepen your spirituality, this is just one way to birth your dreams. And then here were some of the notes that we came across with the clientele. However, these are the notes that got me to talking about, hey, we need to put some sales and marketing up in here.
Right. Yes, yes. Okay.
But
Yeah.
this is true. Essentially, even though all of these are really about the woman, when you are completely in present in your own soul, you can do anything.
Yeah.
You literally become magnetic for real. Like you will draw into your life everything that you want. Everything
Okay.
that you want. And I know
The
that to be true for sure.
experiences, all of that. Yeah.
The money, the love, the
Up.
friendships, all of the things will draw into you. And so then I think that this is your foundation, but then what you're going to have to do is really think about how can they connect this to a spiritual practice, to a sensual practice, to a sexual practice, right?
Yes.
Like, connecting I know how it makes sense, but you need to come up with what's going to be the connection, because ultimately those are the powerful women that you're going to be dealing with. I'm thinking about all of the amazingly powerful women that I have spoke to. First of all, when they come up to something when they come into somebody like me, it's a different experience because I'm not dry.
Yeah.
And I never have been, right? So we look like this all the time.
All the time. Hmm.
So they trying to figure out what you got going on. So, but that when you lift all this out, then you can now you're more appropriate. You're visible to the people and the powers that be that can notice you to offer you a promotion. You know what I'm saying? Like we still live in a visual world. So I'm giving you all this so you can like get your juices flowing to
Yeah, because
connect.
I'm just thinking as you're talking. Yeah. Hmm.
We live in and I know that half of the jobs I got in as an executive, baby, was because I looked the way I look.
Right. You already know.
I already know. I already know I made more money than some of the women that had been there before me because of the way I already know it. The men told me that's why they
Right.
hired me. Right? Even down to even in my business now, can sit here all day, but when the man be like, "Hey, can you come to my office?" I already know they taking me to lunch. They want to be in the energy of
The energy
beauty.
that you're giving out. Yes. Hmm.
Yes, they want to be so all fixing all this can get you everything that you want
Everything.
professionally, business, right? You
All
ain't right.
all the areas of your life, right? All the
All the
areas
areas
of,
of your life.
yes.
Even if, and I think that it even translates in your voice and your inflection. So even if you're not working direct face to face, your language change. If your inners are moving more fluidly and moving like water, your voice moves a little bit. You're not so no so tart, so crisp with your words. You say hello. You know,
I know.
you do. You know what I'm saying?
Here you have this cheerfulness with it. Yeah. Yep. You have a
Yes. So I want to, download all of this so you can now start saying, hey, let me get my juices flowing. So how I'm going to connect these three foundational pieces of my program to now the business side. So yeah. So that's going to be your job now
okay. Okay. To break
is
this
to
down. So
go to
this, I'm gonna definitely, like, I'm gonna definitely, when you finish to me, I'll definitely spend some time doing this here. Cause yeah, this is good. This is really good.
good. Yeah, listen, I don't say this to everybody.
Okay.
Most times I get on these calls and I have to try to create people stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You done had this is for real.
Mm-hmm.
This is this is yummy. This was sale. How much you think about charging for the whole program?
The first thing, the first time when I came up with this idea, before I even broke down what it was, I started with 333. That was like my number, right? That was like just my number, that 333, you know.
333? How
Yeah.
long is the program?
See, I want to have the program where it's going to be over. I'm thinking about a minimum once I get all the material, because I don't want them to run through this. This is not something we want to run through. This is not something we want to run through. I even want to have um some time with them. This is not a run through thing. It's going to be maybe over a 90 days at least. You know what I mean? It's not,
I
because
think that's
each
great.
part there is so much. I don't want to just give you one thing and say, okay, go run with that. No, this is a process, you
But
know.
this the thing, sis, though. Let's think about this, right?
Okay.
A lot of this is going to be very, very new information for the audience, right? If they
You
think,
blinked out. You
oh,
blinked out for a minute. Repeat
I
yourself.
said a lot of this is going to be very new information for your
Yes.
audience.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be really new. And so what happens is there's only so much the mind can hold and like take action on at a time. So
Okay.
my
Okay.
suggestion would be come up with a
Okay.
baseline program. 90 days
Okay.
is really, really good. Come up with a baseline program. You know how when we went through process, it was 7 steps. In the first iteration, we're gonna do maybe 2. Level
Okay.
2, that's it. The baseline. So that women can have a semblance of progress and not feel overwhelmed,
Okay.
right? Because you can give them everything and then it's like, they can't take action on any of it. So
Okay.
because it's going to be some tweaking that needs to be done anyway, right? Because you got
Yeah.
three foundational principles. So that first month, you only deal with just a small snippet so that they can get some success in their spiritual practice,
Okay.
right? And then that second month, you go through, and now we're talking about our sensuality. You're going to give them exercises and just a little. People can only take a little bit of teaching. So
Okay.
think about 2 tiers, if not just stay on one, and create 2 tiers. But once you start teaching it, if they don't get off tier one, stay on tier one until they
One.
get a
Okay.
result.
Okay.
And then you can have gradations. Like let's use the Brenda term, that you can have gradations. Okay, so there's levels to this. You guys have completed level 1. If
Okay.
you're ready, and then we can come up with you an assessment, how you can assess them on where they are on all 3 sections. Come back with some testimonials. What have you gathered? Even if it's something as simple as, I now spend 3 minutes every time I take a shower looking at myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's a win. I
Yeah.
now speak up in meetings and own my own voice, for speak up.
Yeah.
That's a win. So
Yeah.
once, give them little wins where they say, okay, this work is working, it's working, I want more. Then you can take them through the level 2. And then you can have the tier, tier 1 where people come in. This is your foundation. If you're ready, you move to tier 2. You might want to take tier 1 over again because you didn't get all the lessons. And so you can kind of stair step them up to the big whole year program,
Mm-hmm.
where now they're encompassing more because they've actually had some success and they got some foundational principles, right? And so you like kind of have cohorts that graduate through your tier 1, your tier 2, and tier 3 is the big program. But you have to, like, you can have a criteria to where what I'm doing with Debrina right now, the lady in red could be an open experience that invite everybody in. And then the ladies that have been in the program can be like your VIPs, where they're like, oh my gosh, this is the program, this is what we're doing, here's how it's changing me already. Yeah, and so that could be the foundation, but so that way you ain't have to create like this completely expansive curriculum. It's literally baseline stuff. Get them quick results, move them through, get them some wins so that they can feel like, okay, this was really good. I want more.
I like that. I'm like that because, yeah, I haven't thought about the whole concept of how to develop having a program, how to roll it out. Yeah, the rollout part, I hadn't got to that part, but I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah. So if you come up, I'll help you with that. I'll come, especially this first iteration, we'll come up with your baseline, right? And
Right.
you only need 10 clients. If you
Yeah,
charge something, if you charge the 333, it can't be number baseline. That's too low.
yeah.
So that could be your intro,
More
your
of an intro. Yes, I was gonna say like an introduction. Yeah.
introductory. It'll be 333. We doing it for 3 months, 90 days. And here's going to be your results. You'll have an increase. You'll have measurable increase in your spirituality, your sensuality, and your sexuality once we're done in 90 days. And with tangible results. So we can do that, and that'll be easy. We'll come up with that first iteration. And then
Hmm.
I want you to sell that, feel comfortable in that. And then when you're ready to go, tier two and develop real curriculum, I have a process for that. I have a
Okay.
literal process to walk you through your massive curriculum. And that curriculum is the way I work. I don't believe that things should be like one-on-one. I feel like if we're going to create a real intelligence pathway, that it should be so much that it can go one-on-one, or we can take this into the corporate space because corporate America needs it too. So
It does.
I normally build intelligence curriculum around what's the marketplace, what can we sell in the marketplace, right?
Mhm.
Because I don't work with, every Joe Schmo. I work with professionals. And if you're a professional and you have a sense of, executiveship to you, you can sell this in the marketplace. So that's the kind of work that we'll do on the second iteration. But let's get you started
Okay.
because this is super yummy.
Okay.
Sell
Okay.
10 of them, sell 20 of them, and get people going through, read, figure out what they need more of, what didn't resonate, what did resonate, tweak, get some results, get some testimonials, and then up level it.
Okay. Okay. That's what I'm liking it. So even with the 90 days. So now because I'm thinking more of 33 a month, because if I'm doing this spread is over 3 month time,
Okay. I like
that's
that
what
better.
yeah, I like that. Yeah, because I'm thinking of my time. You know what I mean? I'm thinking of my time, like if I'm doing more. So, because honestly, the 333 at first, I was thinking more of a self-paced course that they can take this. But if I'm involved in this
No,
and
you
I'm
got to
doing
be
some
involved.
live, yeah, if I'm doing some live teaching, if I'm involved, then yeah, I would say more of a
You
333 a
people,
month.
people these days, without the live element, they're not going to do it.
Okay.
They're
They
gonna
kind
need
of
a
fall
live.
off. Okay.
Um, so you would charge the three pay would be 333, but if they pay in full, just do a 997.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's 333 a month. But if they pay in full, then it's a complete 997,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we can do a fast action bonus, right? If
Hmm.
if they pay in full, then they get a personal one-on-one business session with you where really they talk about sales, marketing, getting their money together.
Right. Yeah. That one-on-one. That yeah.
That one-on-one. That always, the more access always sells a little bit faster.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so I'll put that on the paper document.
Okay. That sounds
Oh,
good. That sounds good.
I love it. I absolutely love it. All righty. So you are already giving you access to that paper document. You got
Okay,
it'll be
good.
email from Dropbox.
Okay.
And like I said, if you don't have an account, it's completely free. Just set up a free account and then it connected to your email.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have it. I have two separate ones. One I think I have for work, and then one I actually have for my meditation group. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
we usually
Yeah.
have to submit our assignments through Dropbox. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I love it.
Uh,
It's so much easier than what you call it? Google Drive. Google Drive is
yeah.
junky to me.
Yeah.
Dropbox is so much easier. I can't
Yeah.
never find nothing in Google Drive.